All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and blessings and salutations upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. A brief commentary on what has been mentioned regarding the roles of women in a societal rectification. When we talk about rectifying society, many people who talk about it from the aspect of leading people. Many people who talk about rectifying society, they talk about it from the aspect of leading people, because they believe that the society cannot be rectified until you become a leader. And that is actually when you come to rectify people. And this is from the thinking and ideologies of Ikhwan al-Muflisin. So they believe the society can only be rectified from the top and not individual rectification. So when we're talking about women participating in rectifying society, people who are ignorant will think maybe perhaps you are talking about how do we participate in parliament, house of assembly, house of rep, house of senate. So how they can, that is all they think, that's all they believe in rectifying society. And perhaps they will think that's what we are going to discuss it. But Allah understand, this is the garden of Ahl-us-Sunnah. We don't do that here, Allah understand. But there are some important things that we need to talk about, that steps that a woman should take in rectifying ourselves. And some of them are mentioned by the speaker, and part of them is seeking knowledge. But I just want to make some, when we talk about the good, this positive side, that is the do's. And also we need to mention the don'ts also. It is important that we mention the don'ts also. That is not the correct way of rectifying society. For the first point of seeking knowledge, we do not seek knowledge by following Twitter accounts or Instagram accounts or YouTube accounts alone. So you see someone, she is not seeking for ilm, and you tell her, this sister is not seeking ilm. You say, I seek ilm now, I follow so accounts on Instagram. I follow so accounts, and they think the way of seeking knowledge is what? By following accounts. That is not the correct way of seeking knowledge. Or just memorizing some Arabic words. Wafaqallahu al-jami'. Barakallahu fikum. So just some Arabic words. Allahumma barik. So believing now you are part of this Tulabul Ilm, mashallah, in fact you can write Arabic and you can write Barakallahu fikum in Arabic. That is not the proper way of seeking ilm. This is not the proper way of seeking ilm. Allah musta'an. Secondly, women, they rectify society by serving their husband and serving their fathers. The community seminar we had after Eid al-Fitr, we mentioned regarding the daughters of Sheikh Rabi'i, Hafidahullah Ta'ala. They were very active in assisting him in compiling his books and authoring his books. And I don't think there's anyone here who has not benefited from Sheikh Rabi'i. So it means that as long as you are benefiting from the works of Sheikh Rabi'i, there is a reward for the daughters who were active in compiling those books. This is their own way, this is their own share of rectifying society. Just like serving the husband also. At one of the books of Sheikh Muqbil, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned one of the muqaddimat that he thanked his wives. They are the ones who were aiding him in doing all of these things. So this is their own share of what? Of rectifying society. Rectifying society is not by you opening a podcast or participating in a podcast or having my own channel where you are telling women that they should come with their problems. You see them, they attribute themselves to Salafiyya, but they have channels on Instagram. They have channels on Telegram, on Twitter and all those places. Telling women, teenagers, come to us with your challenges. Come to us with your thoughts. Let us rub minds together. Let us give you advice. And this one that is talking does not even know anything. She herself she has never learned anywhere, and she is the one telling people to come with their problems. A safe haven, a safe space for wives to bring their problems, so they can come and discuss the affairs of their husband. Yes, they're just young people who have not learned, and they tell people to come with their challenges. So come with your past struggles, so they can come here and start divulging their private affairs to you. So, and they believe this is the correct way for a woman to rectify society, and this is not correct. This is not what we have seen from the scholars. We have not seen this from Sheikh Muqbil, not from Sheikh Rabi'. So, to them, you cannot rectify society until you present yourself as a woman speaker, speaking on podcasts. Where you are not even invited to. Podcast of feminists. This is where you see them talking about things that are not even making any sense. On Boomplay, on YouTube, on everywhere you see voice of a woman. Someone attributing ourselves to Salafiyya. How is this possible? SoundCloud, Boomplay, everywhere you see their voices. saying things that are very senseless. Things that are very senseless. And they believe this is how you rectify society. You can imagine that. Also, you do not rectify society by putting yourself out as business or as a businesswoman. They believe the way to rectify society is by posting your pictures, posting your videos, posting your hands on videos. I'm a Salafi woman, I don't post my pictures except for videos. Videos? Who permitted that? Okay, I don't post videos, but at least my hands will show I am having some cooking tutorials. I want to teach women to cook. And you see their hands showing in videos. Sheikh Abu Khadija said it is not permissible. So you just have to make one video and put on a sheet. That machine, even the meaning of that machine itself is another problem entirely. The means that machine she's playing, because she's ignorant, she doesn't know what that machine means, she doesn't understand Arabic, she doesn't know what that machine is saying. What that machine is saying itself is a problem. You yourself in that video is a problem also. And you think this is your own way to rectify society. How is that possible? It is never possible. And that's not how the Salaf rectify society. They've mentioned about the wife of Ibrahim alayhi salam. They have mentioned about the mother of Imam Bukhari. Was this how they rectify society? Is it by making videos of advertising your business with yourself? All what it meant to be for your husband is now being advertised outside just to promote your business. This is not the way of rectifying society. Never. It's not the way of rectifying society. So the woman should take note of this. And it is also not by creating dark platforms around without no supervision. So she believes the way to rectify society is having one account. You know this, in this time, we face a lot of fitan. That starting the dawah is as easy as creating a page on Instagram. It's as easy as having a page on Telegram. On Facebook also. And she starts putting mouths in different fitan. She knows what is happening in Indonesia. She knows what is happening in Kyrgyzstan. She knows what is happening in this and that. And she starts speaking against scholars. One of them said, yes, she said that she has been telling sisters that they should not allow men to supervise their dawah channels. Because men will hijack it. A woman is telling fellow women that I've always told you that never allow men to supervise your channels because they will always hijack it. You can imagine that senselessness. So it is not actually rectifying society, it's about leadership. It is not about rectifying society, it's about what? It's about leadership. That's what they want to achieve. So I must have something I'm controlling myself. I must have something I'm controlling. So I can have a single woman will have like 15 channels. Different channels. Channel for babies, channel for children, channel for teenagers, for the kibar, channel for this. What is all of this? Woman that is in her home, serving her husband. She's one who is the admin of all channels on Telegram. She's admin of all channels on Instagram. No time to study, no time to attend to the husband, no time to attend to the children. Just have to bring out content. So this is not the correct way, barakallahu fikum, to rectify society. We have to look into this. From what was mentioned also, in the rectify society for a woman, is that she choose a righteous husband for herself. A righteous husband is chosen from a community of the Salafis of Ahl-us-Sunnah. Not just one random man. One random person that you don't know about. And you see them, they married Khawarij. Because what? They are concerned about someone who is just a foreigner. Let's say that. Or someone who is okay. Okay in terms of dunya, not in terms of deen. And if that person just claims that I listen to Abu Khadija, I listen to Abu Hakim, I listen to Sheikh Abu Iyad, focus, that's good. That's all. So they can get married to them. So just general profiles. And these profiles, we've talked about it several times, that these profiles, they have been scammed by those profiles. Anybody can come up with anything. I said it myself, I've seen someone saying that he lives in Benue State. His mentor is Abu Muhsinah. I don't know anybody in Benue State. Benue State, Wallahi, I've seen someone that the person came to ask about an individual. That individual is from the enemies of the Mashayikh, enemies of the scholars. But because he knew the channel he was seeking a wife from, he has to lie that he will Sheikh Abu Khadija, with Sheikh Abu Iyad. Wallah, he is from the foremost enemy in Nigeria. And a woman it's not that the wali of that woman, he knew me that I am in Nigeria and he asked me about, I said, this one, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, is a calamity. So assuming the person is not even, he was not able to ask from that place now, that's how they get married to him. And that's just the end. So after marriage, she turns to something else. So we have to look into this aspect very well. So we should have to look into ways of what? Of rectifying society correctly, and not from the ways of criminals, or from the ways of ignorant people. Part of that, from things that I mentioned, is that we should look after ourselves, in terms of knowledge, in terms of our health, mentally and physically. Many people messed up with their health. In terms all this emotional stability, mental health and everything, they've messed up with it without even getting married at all. So when they get into the nikah, they get into the house, a lot of things went wrong. With the husband, with the children, they had nothing to use to bring up with family because they've messed up with their health. So you have to look after yourself. You don't rely upon people to make you happy, make yourself happy, and you hit what is right. If you have any ailments that needs attention, go to the hospital, take drugs and have exercise. And also the wife also should look after what the children are eating and what the family is eating, that they're having balanced diet. We know how the society is in terms of what we take these days. So for us to have a good share in society, making good of society, we have to live healthy. Like eat what is correct, taking what is correct. These are important things that we need to mention also. Now, from what needs to be mentioned is that a woman should stay away from sins. A woman should stay away from sins. When a woman stay away from sins, Allah reward her with good children. Like it was mentioned in the Quran that wakana abuhuma salihah. So because the parents, they were good people, Allah favored the children due to that. Al-Imam Fudail ibn Iyad rahimahullah ta'ala mentioned that if I should commit anything against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I see that in my maid and also in my animal, that they will start misbehaving. So and that is al-jazā'u min jinsil amal. You disobey Allah, Allah will make your children or people who are not to disobey you also. So if you don't want your children to disobey you, you want them to be doing what you want them to do, you have to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and also give your husband rest of mind. It is when your husband has rest of mind that he will think of writing books. It's when he has rest of mind that he will think of benefiting society. But if you have been giving him problem, there is no way you can benefit society. So when you benefit society, you giving him rest of mind, you have the reward, you have a part of the reward because you are part of the whole thing outside. So this is also very important. One of the things we need to mention also is that a woman also can teach women among themselves, and it's not by creating podcasts, public podcasts, or putting yourself on YouTube, or putting yourself on all channels. Teaching women among women. This is what I've seen scholars doing. They are teaching women among themselves. So it's not by publishing yourself, publishing your voice, publishing this, putting your mouth in public discussion. To the extent that you see a woman putting mouth in fitan into people. You look talking about fitan. What concerns you? You have seen scholars saying that a woman has no share in Jaffa Ta'adil. You don't have any business in it. Just go and sit down in your husband's house. What concerns you? After government having issues, government are having issues. Woman is putting. What is your own? What is your own? So all of this we have to look into them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us. Jazakumullahu khairan.